It's 8:30. It's 8:30, January 3rd. I'm going to the food bank. I want to make sure to keep these guys out of here. I don't know if they're going to get in here. Let me see. Alright, I think it's good. Alright. So, okay, so it's 8:30. It's food bank is open till 11. It shouldn't be any problem, you know. I have time to get there. So I was saying, I just put a couple of things up there about the years. I actually think that, I don't know when that Who Shot JR thing was. The one year I got sick and I threw up, that wasn't 81. I think that was the year before. But in any case, I think Dave Allen had already left one year that I went. Second year I went to the. Second year I went, I think Dave Allen had already left. I'm not sure about this. And I also wanted to say in terms of the year that I moved into Seasons Glen. I think it was 91 and not 92. I think I said 92 before. I think it was 91. So I'll just go straight down Holly. The reason why I say I think it was 91, well, first of all, when I looked it up, it said John Carter died October 91. So, I know I moved in November, so it would have been November 91. But I'm pretty sure I spent 2 Christmases there. And the first Christmas, I just moved in. And I went to the... I went to the doctor. I had a low hemoglobin level of 7. Yeah, no, was it 7? Yeah, I think it was 7 actually. And I said, I think I wrote this. He was thinking of giving me a transfusion, but then he decided to give me a prescription for iron pills. That was the first Christmas I was there, so I remember taking those pills. And then I was supposed to go back. And I didn't go back for a checkup because the insurance, health insurance at PR Newswire, I believe it was Mass Mutual. And it wasn't so hot if just for routine health visits or preventative health visits. And so I didn't go back. So I know, but I spent that Christmas there. And then I remember the Christmas, following Christmas, my Aunt Tessie, my Aunt Joan had died. I remember my Aunt Tessie sent me a Christmas card, as a matter of fact. Speaking of horses, it had horses on it, this Christmas card. My Aunt Tessie sent me. I know my Aunt Joan, my cousin Joan had already died. Her daughter. And, and also I remember I couldn't find any place. I was, at that point, I had nothing to eat. I went around, driving around looking for a McDonald's. McDonald's was closed. I actually had nothing to eat that day. So that was the second Christmas. So I must have moved in there in 91. See that? Yeah. No, see now it doesn't make sense now. You know what? I think there was. So now I'm getting confused again because yeah. So now I'm getting confused again. Let me just forget about that. I have to think about this again because I'll let you know how I figured this out. But the thing is, yeah. See, my gloves are in the picture here. I know for a fact that was after I quit PR Newswire, and I didn't quit until September of 93. So it couldn't have been Christmas of 92. See how confusing it gets? I'll figure it out. So just disregard what I just said. I gotta think about it some more. There must have been a Christmas in between. I can't recall it all. Christmas of 92. So then that must have been Christmas of 93. That I had nothing to eat because the McDonald's was closed. And then June of 94 I wound up in St. Clair's Hospital, and then see that car there? Looks like the Ken Reed. I'm not going down there. And it was silver too. Honda Civic, and when they first came out they were like little compact cars that look like the Minis. The Minis look today. So, I think I'll go light on the egg and landscape, because you can spend all day on that and it doesn't amount to a hill of beans, you know? It's like what I did this morning. You might decide, something in there you think, you buy it as a plausible theory. You might want to look into it further. But I could do that all day. I could go all day. I could do it for the rest of my life. But I don't want to. That's the trap. So obviously, I'm not presenting a court case, but I just throw things out there. So that's a little, like I said, it's a little perk of my position. Because, you don't mean have a job. I have to use, I have toilet paper now, but I have to use newspaper, toilet paper. Can't have cat litter. Go to the food bank. My car's broke. In disrepair, and I don't have the money to fix it. Well, okay, so I have this perk, and this is my perk. Something all of you, well-fed, comfortable people can't get away with, because maybe you'd get sued. But not that I just do anything, but if I have a reason for theorizing about something, I will, and I can do it. So I just recharged this. This is charged. And of course, some things, they are facts, like what I wore to the Financial Follies, the gown I wore, and that I got a similar gown in Metropolitan Hospital to wear because I had no clothes. It's not a Temperature set, I think, around 30 or something. It's supposed to rain today, but later on. It said 100% chance of rain. And the other thing is that they take everything out, like everything I put up yesterday. I put some door stuff up there yesterday, it's gone. So I'm supposed to break my neck putting it back. Well, I'm not doing it because, you know, it's pointless. And once it goes up, if it goes up there, people see it right away, and they know what it is. You know. The other thing, so maybe you can look at Art Lenahan's link because his hair looked grayer. It looked sort of gray. It looked gray when I was looking at the link on my computer. On the YouTube video, of course, his hair looks darker. Of course. Oh, did I say? I don't even think I said. Faye Korn, she held the therapy sessions at her house in Cranford. I actually, going back to the whole therapy thing that started in college, I got Ann Valanzano's name from my brother. She had some connection with, something to do with that community. And Valanzano was the one who hooked me up with my first roommate out of college, Barbara. I think her name was Brendan. Barbara. That also was in Orange, but it wasn't on Center Street. It was a different street. It was the Tudor architecture, and we signed the lease. The day we signed the lease, it was on the news that Elvis died. I had worked at Bloomfield Molding. This is all such a boring thing. Yeah, I don't know. I had worked at Bloomfield Molding, also called Calumet Manufacturing, in East Orange. And Valanzano moved to Fairfield believe it was. He bought a house later on. But anyway, so then when I was at the Star Ledger, it was fake corn. In Cranford, she referred me to fake corn, I believe. Fake corn had a husband, as a matter of fact, who resembled, to me, he resembled Sidney Pollack, the director, Sidney Pollack. I remember her husband had a heart attack around the time that I was seeing her. I didn't see her for very long. See, now I'm looking in the viewfinder. It doesn't look like my gloves in the picture. When I look at this on the video, the YouTube video, it's gonna look like it is. See, look at, oh, so here's a subliminal message. All these Fragile-Mighties are cut down. They're lower than they were. Oh, clarity, clear vision. Oh, not over here, they're not. I guess that means the job's not done. Comes the car up this way. I'm gonna keep walking. Yeah. Ah, see how tall they are now? Oh, so now the Fragile-Mighties got bigger. Oh, and a Ken Reed look-alike car drove by. So I guess that means do not pass go, do not collect $200, stay there, cause we said so. Okay, you in what army? I don't, yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, how about this? And if you notice, I'll put that one up the, hope I can find these things, because I clicked off them. But it was, the Natalie Wood TV show from the 50s was called The Pride of the Family on the Public Domain channel. And how ironic is that, right? Natalie Wood as Ann Morrison in The Pride of the Family on the Public Domain channel. Translation, Natalie Wood, Jim Morrison, you're in the public domain. Your lives are not your own. You have no freedom. You're in the public domain. I'll hear the birds laughing. Oh, so now we got a runner approaching from this way. Is it male or female? Is it another genus Scala or... Oh, it's a Kim Jones specialty? I see 147 over here. Yeah, I wish you could get the hell rid of her, man. Oh, the birds running. Oh, okay, so it's male. He's male. What does it mean? I don't know. Nothing. So forget about it. Somebody's coming around the bend. Yeah, who is it? Yeah. Oh, they're not? Oh, okay. I heard a car. Oh, yes they are. Little trick. A handicapped license plate. All right. So I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you say? I don't know. What do you say? Yeah. Can you like round them all up? Round them all up in a one camp, like they didn't wild in the streets, and drop the fucking bomb on their heads. It'd be okay with me, but no. It's so disheartening and depressing. I don't even know. Well, obviously, it's not up to me. Better minds than mine have to figure it out, what to do about it. But it seems to be an endemic, deeply rooted, widespread, like Hardegruden. There's 1,000 miles of coastline. Like-minded travelers all over the fucking place. Everywhere you turn around. So that's basically the propaganda they're trying to shove down my throat. Oh, we got another car. Car pulling out here. I'm just gonna keep walking. It's a white van. A white van, like a shallow van. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Comes a car at me. Yeah. I hope they tip well. Ask Meryl Streep for a $20 tip. There's a girl sitting in that car. smoking a cigarette. I smell cigarette smoke. Yeah, whenever I'm walking here, I get some song in my head that I don't want, but it's there. I got one now. Yeah, Semper, how about that? Semper Paratus. Management Consulting. Heads up, Coast Guard. Hurricane Sandy #2 is coming your way. Brought to you by the International Criminal Consortium of Gangsters, headed up by the Romneys in association with that. I'm not sure I get this whole Sony thing. Something it was Japan. Not North Korea, Japan. Not North Korea, but Japan. Something, is it Sony? Something else? Semper Paratus. Always ready. Always vigilant. Translation, you have to be. Because drop your guard for a second and you're dead. Because we play already, we, Semper Paratus Consulting, we planned a readiness relay race. One ready terrorist flags. They pass the baton to the next ready terrorist. You, however, are one person, so you always got to be ready for a sneak attack. I don't know, that's how I take it. But do you see what the hell? You know, this is fucking shit. It's shit. Okay, so we got some cars coming. Wait, look up here farther. Yeah, we go. You gotta watch it when you're turning around and all that, because that's where you like lose your footing. That's about the only hope they have. Yeah, I know. It's like, I think I get the gist of this game. You put in an order for pay, play for pay, and somebody will drive by whatever they have to do, and that's it. As far as any real bad guy slipping through, I guess it could happen. Yeah. Oh, let's go. What's the matter, am I right? I'm right, man. Oh, this car just came out of the driveway right here. Yeah. Oh. I'm really a little upset though about my cats because, they don't have it so great. I wind up losing my temper, especially Jack. He's been attacking more than usual the other cats. Simon, Sasha. If they come on your bed, they wind up sitting halfway on you. Push him away, he won't move. Then you wind up yelling, pushing him off the bed. It's like, they don't have it so great. I guess better than some cats though, right? There's my car parked in the carports. I mean, it's not literally my car, but a lookalike. Nissan Versa lookalike. I don't know what the license plate says. I'm not stopping to look. Somebody else can look. Yeah, happy holidays. Thanks for your business. Oh, for Christ's sake, you fucking it. Where the hell did you come from? I didn't see anything, and I look up into the fucking car there. I guess that's a Herta Gruden example. See, that's a veiled threat. It's a veiled threat. Oh, you're not really in Disneyland. The real thing could get through, and that's just a trial run. See, and this is the fucking shit, if I had a fucking knife. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, guy just ran into it don't say anything. Anyway. Florida. That was a dabble. Oh yeah. Peace on earth. Manger scene. Cemetery. Mommy, J. Virginia. Daddy, F-A-R-I, I don't know, something. I'm a little hot actually, so I'm here. Oh, I gotta go do that. I gotta go sign in here because it's a regular thing. Oh yeah, where did I go right now? Anyway, sorry, I went around the wrong way. I didn't fall.
No, I took 1 to 2.
I dropped my cart.
How are you?
All right, how are you?
Good.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
You're here for the champagne.
That sounds pretty good. Something new.
No.
How close to here are you?
Make a left there on the corner. And basically just probably about 6-7 miles away from Pine Tree.
Are you walking?
Wow. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
It's not a far walk, you know.
I brought my girlfriend Natalia. She's going to be coming over by us.
Maria lookalike in the red sweater.
Right now, somewhere.
Okay.
Hey, I can tell I'm hot in my coat. I gotta unzip my coat.
My attendance is better than
It is.
I used to be there a while ago in like 2011-ish, and I couldn't do it 1 month. It was like,
Translation: you're gonna get held up until you turn the camera off. So I'm turning it off now. I'll put it on later.